Housing market traditionally works in 10-year cycles. So a lot of people are looking, look at what happened 10 years ago, you shouldn't be buying now, we're in uncertain times, market could go down, blah, blah, blah. So I'm here to tell you objectively why we're a lot different to where we were 10 years ago and why we shouldn't compare our market now to what happened, in 2010. Pretty much 2 years out after our last boom. The main difference between the two places, so 2006, 2007 versus what we've just had 2015, 2016. So last time round it was very much the market itself took care of matters, the economy and the impending global recession was basically why the market topped out and then fell back. Right, so supply is my first point. So currently we're sitting at around 650 to 700 houses. We've been in this spot for a while. It might fluctuate 100 depending on whether it's summer or winter. But this is kind of where we've been at. So looking at after the last boom in the market, the same time later, March 2009, we're looking at almost double the amount of houses that were on the market now, 1,150. A year later, March 2010, there was 1,400 houses on the market. So that's definitely double. So double the stock is the first major factor. So double the stock is huge. So obviously on the other side of supply is demand. Okay, so this factor doesn't look as obvious, so sales is also higher. So back then, the sales for that amount of stock was about 200. So it was a very small percentage of stock was selling. That's the more obvious sign. So now we've got 250 to 300 per month out of the stock of that number. So basically why our stock hasn't risen to those levels is because the demand is still high enough that the two are sort of equaling each other out. I guess we call that an equilibrium in economics, but this isn't economics. So yeah, so lower supply, high demand means prices have been more stable, and they have been. Right, so now I'm comparing 2 years between each. 2007, the median sale price was $365, and then in September 2009, so we're jumping forward 2 years, it went down to $319. Okay, so we're looking at, what's that, a bit over, say 15%. So that's a drop. Prices reduced, they've reduced this period, 10% at least. Currently, so this is median sale prices, by the way. So, by the way, so last month it was 530, but the month before it was actually 562. So it actually reduced 32 grand, but the median can bounce around quite a lot, especially in winter when volume is lower than it is in summer. If there's more lower sales, it can skew the result, which there was more first home buyers active in the market over winter, so it kind of pushes the price down a little bit. So, but anyway, so let's just use that 530 number. I could have used the 560, but I used the 530. So July 2016, it was 510. So I've just swapped these over, but it's increased. So 2016 to 2018, increased. We've increased about 5%. There's a guy, a property accountant on Facebook who does quite a lot of videos and stuff, and he's very negative. His angle is, hey, you need me to solve your financial issues. So that's kind of maybe where he's coming from. So what you need to see is the statistics right in front of you. Sorry, I don't have a graph, but here we go. See, after the last market peaked, 2007, prices dropped 10-15%. After the last peak, 2016, to now 2 years later, prices increased. So these are for these factors I talked about before, supply and demand, all the great things happening in Hamilton. So the average sale price for the last 12 months, last year. So this is another indication Hamilton's in a pretty good place currently. So Auckland, the price has increased, but $0.3. Hamilton, our average price in the last 12 months has gone up 3.3. Not the median, because that has bounced around. The average is a little bit more stable, and it's increased 3.3%. So you might, 3.3% is not much, but our average price is $550,000. So that's $17,000 our price has increased. You know, that's $17,000. Okay, so take a photo. These are the stats that indicate we're in a good place.